Pitfalls for survivors of narcissistic abuse. In this video, I will share 7 pitfalls that victims of narcissistic abuse often fall into. Just to be clear, I'm not blaming the victim. I just want to warn against common mistakes that keep you in victimhood and keep you from taking the step to survivor. Pitfall 1. Blaming yourself. One of the most common pitfalls is blaming yourself. Victims of narcissistic abuse often make this mistake when they do not yet know they are dealing with a narcissist. That everything is your fault is also exactly what the narcissist is constantly telling you. Narcissists are masters of manipulation and know how to twist everything so that they do nothing wrong and that it is always someone else's fault. They can do this so convincingly that for years the targets think they are doing something wrong themselves. When you come into contact with a narcissist at a later age, you still have a frame of reference. But if you have a narcissistic parent, you've been dealing with a narcissist since childhood, so you don't have that frame of reference. If you want to know more about narcissistic parents, I recommend the article Narcissistic Mother on the website. You can find a link to it in the description of this video. Pitfall 2. Try to understand the narcissist. Understanding people, or those with codependency, tend to try to understand narcissists. The big pitfall is that if you have no knowledge of narcissism, you assume normal human behavior. When a narcissist shows his mean face, you may think that person have a bad day. Recognizing the pattern of narcissistic personality disorder requires knowledge that most people do not have. Actually, it isn't wrong to understand the behavior. The pitfall I warn of is trying to understand the narcissist itself. Many people assume that there are actually no bad people, but that people do bad things under certain circumstances. That's how they look at the narcissist too, but when they argue with the narcissist, they will be manipulated and then sucked into their insanity. In a narcissist's insane worldview, they are the supreme being. Everyone else is there to serve the narcissist and validate their false self-image. Therefore, know what they are doing, recognize the madness behind it, but don't go along with that madness. Pitfall 3. Thinking you can heal the narcissist. Many victims think they can change the narcissist if they try hard enough. This is one of the common pitfalls at the stage where the target is not aware of the narcissistic abuse. You recognize the bad character traits and you think you can change that. But when you name it, you get the anger of the narcissist. Then everything is turned the other way around and you are the one with the nasty character traits. The bad news is you can't change a narcissist. Once you understand that you are dealing with a narcissist, leaving immediately is the only right solution. If for some reason you can't, then delve into narcissism. No, don't join their madness, but understand how they think and arm yourself against this. Pitfall 4. Confront the narcissist. If you have recently discovered that you are dealing with a narcissist, the temptation is great to confront that person. However, this is one of the most dangerous pitfalls, if not the most dangerous one. We can divide this pitfall into 2 sub-pitfalls. Wanting to heal the narcissist. The most noble reason for confronting the narcissist with its narcissism is because you think you can cure him. This is common in people with codependency. However, the chance of success is 0. When you tell a narcissist that it has a narcissistic personality disorder, the person in question will go into a narcissistic frenzy. How dare you claim that there is something wrong with the narcissist? Then everything will be turned the other way around and the narcissist will try to talk you into a problem. The percentage of narcissists who went to the psychological assistants is very low. And if they do, it is in most cases to manipulate. However, the number of victims of narcissistic abuse who end up in the care system is very high. And often they don't know what to do with it, but that's another story. Exposing the narcissist. Taking revenge on the narcissist by showing that you know him or her is very tempting, but also very unwise. This puts you in a direct confrontation with the narcissist. To a narcissist, you are either narcissistic food or a target for them to take their anger out on. It is not difficult to guess what role you will be assigned when you confront the person with their narcissism. telling a narcissist that he is a narcissist is like pulling the safety pin out of a hand grenade. First, you get all the narcissistic anger all over you. Then they will abuse this knowledge and tell everyone that you are a narcissist. Pitfall 5. Looking for support from common acquaintances. So now you have discovered that you are dealing with a narcissist. Probably you already go no contact with the narcissist. This is a tough time where you can use all the support. But one of the pitfalls is to seek support from common acquaintances. These acquaintances only know the side that the narcissist shows to the outside world. And that is that of a friendly, sociable person. So they think they know him, although in fact they don't. But try to explain that to them will be a tough battle. In most cases, you'll come out as the bad one yourself. Moreover, if you are going to tell mutual acquaintances that they are dealing with a narcissist, the risk they will tell it to the narcissist is very high. And that brings us back to the previous pitfall. Pitfall 6. Trying to convince others. In line with the previous pitfall is trying to convince others. Often the narcissist has already preceded you and has portrayed you as the bad one. And the more you try to convince others of the opposite, the more they see confirmation of what the narcissist has told them. Most people have no knowledge of narcissistic personality disorder. They know the word narcissist, but imagine it to be a caricature. The well-known boaster that must be the center of attention. They know nothing about the sophisticated manipulation and narcissistic abuse. And with that, the narcissist is already leading by 3-0. It's very bitter, but trying to convince others that you are right is wasted energy. Rather put your energy into making your own life more beautiful. Pitfall 7. Missing the narcissist. Missing out on the narcissist is one of the pitfalls that comes when you've been in a love relationship with a narcissist. After the relationship is broken, the beautiful memories can take over and the emotional abuse seems to be less. The latter is because you are no longer in the middle of it. In hindsight, many things seem to be not that bad because the emotions level out over time. But when the abuse is current, it is definitely a very hard time. If you are in a situation where you miss the narcissist, remember that all good memories are fake. All the sweet and nice things a narcissist does or says are just to prepare you for narcissistic abuse and keep you in as long as possible. At the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, you are bombed with fake love. Until they feel they have you in their power. Then they slowly show their true face. This happens in a so-called sweet mean cycle. At the beginning, the mean phases are short and rare. But as the relationship progresses, they become more frequent and last longer. In this way, a narcissist slowly gives you its poison. But in such a slow way that you don't leave. Usually we only think about leaving when we are really desperate. Therefore, remember that all the sweet and nice things was just a manipulation technique. And if you seem to fall into this trap, then think about the reason why you left the narcissist. If you want to learn how to protect yourself against narcissism and become more assertive with more self-confidence, I recommend the 30-day narcissism free challenge. A link to this program can be found in the description of this video. So far for the 7 pitfalls for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Do you have any comments or additions? Share it with your fellow survivors in a comment. Knowledge is power. Also subscribe to our channel to learn more about narcissism, narcissistic abuse and the recovery process. Click also on the bell icon for notifications so you don't miss our next video. Visit also our website. There you can download a free ebook with 10 tips for recovery after narcissistic abuse. Thank you for watching and I see you in our next video.